Hey everybody, and welcome back to Momentum 2025. My name is Sent. Somehow I still have a job here, and as always, I have come to you with an interesting person. Someone who is significantly more interesting than myself. This is my good friend Stuart, who runs the amazing business art division, creator of these wonderful shadow boxes here. You can see that on the table. We've got a Stardew Valley one out there for display. But Stuart, you have like 50 different designs over at your booth or something?
Yeah, at the booth, yeah. Online, we've got about 500 designs.
Okay, that's a lot more designs than I thought you have. We're already starting off on an impressive note.
Thank you.
I mean, I've seen your shadow boxes for years. You've donated them as prizes to many different charity speedrunning events throughout the years. I see you vending at every major convention, every PAX that I go to.
Yep.
I see the booth is always packed with people because these look fantastic. And I kind of just wanted to talk to you about them for a little bit, kind of pick your brain about how these came to be in the first place. So,
sure.
I mean, if we can, if you want to give us a quick rundown of the business model, like,
sure.
Tell me about these boxes. What makes them special?
Well, honestly, when I was thinking about some Christmas gifts I wanted to get, my wife asked me for a list, and I said, and just out of my head, I was like, I used to play Pitfall as a kid, and I thought, how cool would that be in 3D? Think about like Donkey Kong, imagine the ladders and the girders and things like that. So I wondered, what could this actually be if it existed as a 3D thing? So I kept asking for it, and it was nowhere to be found. So I said to my son, hey, do you want to do a little father and son project and see if we can figure this out? He said, yeah, Pop, let's go. So we ended up doing some research. We tried cut paper. We tried 3D printing. And ultimately, through just a series of events, we found there was a printing company that could print directly on acrylic. And once we figured that out, we were able to kind of invent this concept where we print on 4 different acrylic panels. And then we found a carpenter who made us a custom frame. And then we were able to create our 3D shadow box. And I'm doing a little tilt here for the fans. I know there's a little reflection. This might be a little better. But this shows you there's this really neat parallax effect that happens. And once we figured that out, we got really excited. First thing I did was head to the licensing expo in Las Vegas. And our first 3 licensors were Intellivision, Icy, and Konami. And they took a chance on us, and we started to create officially licensed designs. I think we had Circus Charlie back in the day, track and field, Castlevania. So we really, and since then, we've grown to over 100 licensors. Everything we do is officially licensed, and we've been very excited to see the response. We do the best job we can with photographs and videos on the site, but I think, to your point, the reason that you see those lines at the booth is because they just have, in person, it's very difficult to explain. A lot of people are walking by, it catches their eye because they see it's a poster that's moving. And it's just really satisfying to connect when people connect with the art like that.
No, I mean, that's super cool. And you were telling me before that this idea came to you in like 2004 or something. So you've been working at this craft for over 20 years at this point.
For sure. Actually, I'll a little deeper dive. When I was a kid, I used to play Pitfall.
Okay. So back in like the 80s?
This is back in the 80s. Right when it came out. We had a big Montgomery Ward console television, a big tube television on the floor with the wooden paneling. And in my mind as a kid, I always felt that the TV tube was actually like it was a window into a miniature world that was happening inside the set, and it was keeping me from seeing the 3D world. So even as a little kid, I always felt that there was a little world happening inside the box.
That's so you're basically needing to bring your childhood imagination to life here.
Yes.
That's it. So do you have like an artistic background before you kind of went into the Shadowbox business?
Absolutely. I started out in graphic design, worked for ad agencies and did logos and all that kind of stuff. And then I got really interested in fonts and typography, and I started making fonts. That became my full-time job. As of 2001, I was doing it full-time. So if you've ever heard of Font Diner, if you've ever been on Google Fonts, the permanent marker font is one of the fonts I've created. I've created over 1,400 fonts. And that's my background. Yeah.
What? You've created over 1,400 fonts on
It's
Google
true.
Fonts.
It's not on Google Fonts,
sorry,
just in
just
general.
in
Yeah,
general,
we've got about
yeah.
30 fonts on Google Fonts.
Okay, that's I know I know a graphic designer who would love to spend like 6 hours just talking about fonts and kerning with you, but that is neither here nor there. We're here to talk about these lovely shadow boxes today. Something I really love about these is that each of them comes with a certificate of authenticity to say that hey, this is an official product, it's licensed, but also that these are all handmade by you and your staff up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Yeah,
That's correct. Yeah. Once we figured out the process of printing on the acrylic, we have a staff that hand assembles them. I got 4 different folks that do shows with me, 3 folks that hand assemble these. And the other thing I'm really happy about is we do these on demand. And so I don't sit on piles of inventory. We produce everything domestically in the Midwest, which it gives me some home state pride, having grown up in Ohio and now living in Wisconsin. So it's been really exciting to be able to put these together, and we're not wasting material. We're not sitting on a bunch of unsold stuff. So whenever you order from our site, it takes 1 to 2 weeks because then we'll put in the order with the printer, we receive the panels, and then we hand assemble them. And there's really cool how we make what we make on our website, too, for any products you check out.
That's awesome. You should definitely all go check that out for everyone at home. Everyone in the audience, Stuart, your booth is over in the 1200 block.
That's
of
correct.
Merchants Hall?
1211 is our booth number.
1211. If you want to take home one of these lovely Artivision shadow boxes, head over there, talk to Stuart. They have so many designs to choose from, and I know some of you are going to say, "Well, I'm flying home, so I don't want to take something as delicate as a shadow box with me, right?"
I'm glad you asked. Yeah, for only $20, we do a flat shipping rate. We're based in Wisconsin, and we do a discounted show price, so we'll save you about $20 for each shadow box you purchase.
Oh, I actually didn't know you. I was just going to tell them how nice you boxed them up.
Yeah, we do that as well.
They ship as well. They are full service, everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
Seriously, they are fantastic. If you have any inkling of wanting to take one of these homes, you absolutely should head over to talk to Stuart. Stuart, it was a pleasure to finally get to sit down and talk with you.
Thank you.
We say hi every convention, and you're always far too busy. I never want to bother you, but this was fantastic. Everyone, thank you all so much, and don't go anywhere because we still have tons of great speedruns here at Momentum 2025.
Awesome.